In other words, I'm going to be teaching you how you can start really getting money sucked out of the internet. Would that be a great idea?
Yes.
Fantastic. Very good. Now the question is, but how does it work? Okay, well now I think the important thing is I'm going to be telling you how it all works, which is actually what I think you're getting this video for, or what you came here for. I believe very strongly that in success, 80% is psychology, 20% is mechanics. If you have the right psychology, the mechanics are going to be put into place instantly. I covered already a good part of the psychology. Throughout the session, I'm going to continue covering the psychology. But more importantly, if you get to change that mindset, you will be able to start already generating income quite rapidly. The most important thing, as they say, is not to learn. The most important thing is to forget the way that we were doing business in the past. So we want to take as much as possible our ideas out, because what worked previously offline doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to start working online. And that's one of the things that you have to understand. Doing business on the internet is very different than doing business offline. And that's one of the also other things within the psychology that I want you to master. Okay, I believe very strongly that money is not seen with your eyes. Money is seen actually with your mind. And what I want you to be trained is to start seeing opportunities. Your brain has a certain part that is called the reticular activating system. The reticular activating system is a little mechanism that will be guiding you towards what you want to focus in. For example, if you have seen the film Top Gun, if you remember Tom Cruise flying that fighter plane, he had like a little screen, and then the plane that he wanted to shoot was actually moving until it was just locked on that screen, and then he could actually shoot. That's exactly the way that the reticular activating system works. And in order for the reticular activating system works, you have to know exactly what you're looking for, so that you will be able to have and find what you're looking for. For example, some years ago, I was not familiar with a real estate company that was called Richard Ellis. But then I met a friend of mine that was working for Richard Ellis, and then strange enough, just because I saw that he was working for Richard Ellis, I started seeing that Richard Ellis was all over the place. And this is exactly what happens. I am sure that you will be able to recall several things like that. For example, when my wife got pregnant, I started realizing that there were pregnant women all over the place. So this is just an example of how your reticular activating system works. The moment that you're aware that something is there, that's when you're going to start finding this. So that's why it's very, very important that we keep on paying attention, because the opportunities are not seen with your eyes, they are seen with your mind. Now, what are the walls of prevention? What are the walls of prevention? First of all, I think that you are surrounded by a circle, and that is you. Then afterwards, you might be a little bit afraid. That fear is going to start creating uncertainty. That uncertainty is going to create doubt. And then, of course, you do not know what to do. And because that happens, that will stop you from really achieving the goals that you would like to achieve. So I really recommend you, do not let what you cannot do stop you from what you can do. I think this is a very, very important thing. The reasons why people never become wealthy is they do not know what to do, or they do know what to do, but they cannot get themselves to take action. These are the two reasons why. They do not know what to do, and I think from what I have hearing and from what I know in my previous experience, a lot of people really get all these ideas and all these possibilities that they could do, but they do not know how to get started. And possibly, if they know, it takes a little bit of work. I am not saying that all this story about making money on the internet and while making money while you sleep, before you can go to sleep, you have to do a little bit of work. And then afterwards, you will start generating money. That doesn't mean that you're just going to go to sleep and start generating money right away. So the important thing is, whatever I'm going to be telling you, you have to take action. And when do you take action? Now. Not tomorrow, not the day after, not next month when you hear somebody, not when you get the program, nothing. Now, start getting action. Make sure that you take action instantly. The biggest barriers to financial success, in my eyes, first of all, one is ignorance. Second one is arrogance. Third is fear. And fourth is procrastination. Those are the four elements that are stopping you from really becoming wealthy. So it's very important that you take that into consideration. I've asked you already the question, what does it mean to be financially independent? And the important thing for you to be financially independent is when your cash flow, and what is cash flow? The amount of money that you make without working. The amount of cash flow makes, the amount of cash flow that you're generating is more than your expenses. So the first thing I'm going to ask you is, you have to make a list. This is a critical thing. You have to do it. You have to make a list of all your expenses. So before you continue with this video, I'm going to ask you to please stop this video, go write down wherever you are, and make sure to write down all the things, all the expenses, so that you will be as much accurate as possible. For example, you're going to find out that, let's say, your expenses are $2,500 or $1,500 per month. Then how long is it going to take you to get out of the rat race? Basically, the moment that your cash flow or your passive income is coming, is greater than your expenses, then you're out of the rat race. Then you will be able to start thinking a complete new level, because most of the people get stuck in being successful because, of course, they are more occupied in how to start generating the money to pay their expenses. So that's why it's critical that you stop at this moment, make a list of all the expenses that you have, and come up with the exact figure that you need in order for you to get out of the rat race. Remember, you will get out of the rat race the moment that your cash flow is more than your expenses.